Nice different.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, Bronson, you live at the champ. Her last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with Savage. Tonight, it is June 21st, and we're going to be talking about AEW Dynamite, which took over Wednesday night for me. I actually had a really good time with Dynamite tonight. I think you will, too. Hearing about it, we'll bring in Travis. What's going on, buddy? How you doing, man? How did Dynamite get your night popping tonight? Were you excited about Dynamite?
Yeah, tonight was actually one of the better Dynamite shows we've seen in probably the last 3-4 months. So,
all right, now you're trolling.
Man, it's always trolling. Always trolling.
You're trolling fucking hard already. I like it.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
All right. A lot of shit going on. I got a couple of more people maybe coming to talk a little bit about Dynamite tonight, everything else that's going on. So, Dynamite, here's the full card for Dynamite tonight. We see it, right, jumping off. Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, Minoru Suzuki. I'm going to go to you a little more on the New Japan matches where, guys from New Japan were wrestling. I got a couple of comments about a couple of matches that had me excited, to be honest with you. We got Mr. Ravishing Ricky Ramone in here, but he's not in here yet. No, he likes to play fucking games. We're going to stop inviting him because he's trolling too. I don't like trolls. I don't like trolls, Travis. Are you a troll?
No.
All right.
Try not to be.
You don't seem like a troll. Were you excited about this card specifically? Any match that got you
Parts
excited?
of it, yeah. So the Hardys and the Guns actually ended up being a much better match than I thought it would be.
Actually, yeah, that was the first match of the night, and it was good. Hardys versus the Guns. We're going to hear from Eddie Kingston later tonight, but much later tonight. He doesn't come on anytime soon, but we'll hear from him eventually, right? Hardys versus the Guns surpassed my expectations. Jeff Hardy actually looked solid tonight. It looked like he had a good match. Didn't overcomplicate his move set. Didn't go for anything too insane. And instead of a diamond cutter, he was running around doing the twist of Stone Cold Stunner. And I liked it. I'm here for it. If he can extend his career by turning it into a stunner, because he's definitely taken more bumps on his back than he has his ass, right? Or maybe not. I don't know. Probably more on his back. A lot more. Yeah, you're right. But Jeff Hardy's an absolute stud tonight. He's a superstar. He's a real superstar.
Yeah.
And he's doing good. Who's this guy?
He did pretty good.
Who's this? You're new to the show. Who the hell are you? Oh, he's got nothing to say. All right. Creepy guy wearing a mask.
State analyzing.
Oh. Copy that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now back to your regularly scheduled not spooky Bray Wyatt crap.
Yeah. That's what I agree. I agree that was crap. That wasn't good. That was supposed to scare me? Come on now. It's not scary.
No.
Jaws is scary. Exorcist is scary. That wasn't scary. That wasn't scary. It's actually pretty sad. Sad. Tony has to send goons to hijack my show and try to come in here and say stay tantalizing. Because we don't get enough of the stay tantalizing on the Tony channel. Anyway, Tony's a good dude. You can go subscribe to him. He's a good dude, but he's kind of fucking weird, obviously. You see who he has working for him. Some creeps. That's what that was. It wasn't a scary guy. That's just some creep. I don't know. He's got a bunch of creeps on his payroll, though.
Same kind of creep as Uncle Howdy, some dude who you're just like, okay, this guy is creepily standing outside my kid's school. I kind of want him to go away now.
Maybe. It's a possibility. It's a good thing Cap doesn't have anything good coming up anytime soon, but eventually if MJF comes back, maybe I'll go back to Cap too. I don't know. I'm going to follow MJF's lead on that one. But here we are in the first matchup of the night, and I actually enjoyed this match. Like you said, I wasn't expecting much from it. I mean, I love the Guns. They can go. Young competitors. Hardy Boys, the grizzled vets, as you might want to call them. And you know what? They had a great match to start off the night. Set a good pace, set a good tone. Had the crowd going. People were hyped to see this match, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And the right people won.
Yeah, absolutely. That was 100% the right outcome.
You know, the right people won at the end of the night.
Because, I mean, what do the Hardys have, like, what do they lose by losing this match? Nothing.
No, they don't lose anything.
Legends.
They don't lose anything by losing this match. The Guns going over and showing a bond between them, Jay White, Juice Robinson. I mean, it's just good shit, man.
Now, I will say that. That end part, though, man, that was a... Hey, Jay, that was a clusterfuck. It was just like, how many people can we throw down here at one time?
Well, they wanted to set up the match, and obviously they wanted to set up the big hype, the pop, the return. So they have one guy come out, and then another guy come out, and then another guy come out, while they're all chanting for the one guy, the shirt Jay's wearing. They're all chanting for him. Every guy that's coming out is just building up the anticipation for what's coming, and everybody knew it was coming. And of course, we'll get there. I know you all want to see it.
Are they still in Chicago right now?
Probably, I don't know.
That's why everyone's chanting.
It's a possibility. I didn't even catch where they were from tonight. I'm sure Jay did. But here they are. They're beating the hell out of each other. FTR comes out. CM Punk comes out. The go to sleep, though, is evaded. But CM Punk makes sure to take advantage of all his TV time. Grabs the mic. Ricky Starks. I mean, maybe this is a good thing for Ricky. Maybe CM Punk can rub off him a little bit and he can gain some fans or traction. I don't know. I'm assuming that that's the goal from this, because why else would they handpick him? I'm sure Punk handpicked Ricky because he's going through a sour patch. He's like, you know what? I like Ricky. Ricky's a good guy. Let's see if we can get him a little rub with this little, program. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm going to ask you guys if you guys thought anything of it.
I don't know. I mean,
you don't know.
I can see that being his mindset and his reasoning, but I think at this rate, there's just too much damage has been done to Ricky Starks at this point. I don't know that he's salvageable, period. I don't know if you put him in a feud with Chris Jericho, and that alone should have been enough. You shouldn't need CM Punk to rub off. You had him in a great match, not a great feud, but a great match with Chris Jericho, and that didn't do it. So I just don't see at this point what that's going to do either.
Okay. I mean, obviously they're trying to do something. They're trying to give Ricky something. Jay, what's your take on all this? What'd you think of the match?
I don't want to talk about Punk or FTR or any of these guys. I want to talk about the Hardy Boys. Can I talk about the Hardy Boys?
Yeah.
Is that all right? Okay, guys. I'm going to say this. The Hardy Boys need to retire. That's right. That's absolutely right. I did not enjoy this match whatsoever. I saw from my sources told me that a Jeff Hardy at one point when he was sitting down in the corner, remember, because he could barely stand or barely do any movesets. Remember, he was just sitting there. I heard from my sources he was praying that this match was over. At that instant moment, he was wishing the match was truly over. And I think it is truly over for the Hardy Boys. You could tell by the way their movesets are, the twists of fate that Jeff Hardy did was just pure trash. When he does the corner splash with his brother like they always did for the last 15, 20 years, he completely changed it. He used to go sideways. Now he's just doing a stinger splash off his brother's back. Things have changed for the Hardys. You need to be off TV. I've been saying this a bunch of times. Yes, I respect what the Hardys do. Yes, I respect everything, the accolades, all of that. But enough's enough, and I think we've seen enough.
Okay, you've seen enough. You want the Hardy Boys gone. Travis, I don't know if I agree with that. I want the Hardy Boys gone. I think they can still teach a lot of things to a lot of people. Got their shit together, but
I'm not a fan of Jeff Hardy, and I haven't been since the whole Turning Point thing. But I'll be honest with you, this was not as bad as I thought it would be. Man, how many times do you have to kick this guy for him to get the message? But anyways.
Oh, I know. I didn't kick him out. Actually, I'll bring him in
did.
for a second, but everybody can see what's going on. But,
He's
look,
wearing
he's
an idiotic Fiend mask. Enough said.
It's pretty bad.
But
I mean, if he wants to talk wrestling, it's cool. But I'm not trying to have this nonsense.
But anyways, I don't think that. I think there's no question. The Hardy Boys are over their prime. You can't turn back the clock to a certain degree. But I mean, all in all, I didn't think it was a terrible match. I just thought it was I thought they did the best they could considering all those. Plus the fact that Jeff Hardy has had so many health issues. So.
I mean, to me, it's not about the health issues. It's about it's not even health issues. It's
the greatest tag team of their generation? Nah, man. That was Edge and Christian. Sorry.
I'm going to go that far. They were great.
I can prove the Hardys were a bunch of losers. I got proof.
The Dudley Boys. The Dudley Boys were better than both of them. So
that's the Dudley Boys. We're talking about the Hardy. I got proof that they're a bunch of losers. You know how they're a bunch of losers, and we've seen it tonight? They weren't even celebrating with the top guys. They weren't even out there with Punk. They were just running away because they are done. I'm telling you, they're done. If they were really the Hardy Boys, they'd be out there celebrating with FTR, CM Punk, yeah, man, we see you Sunday.
Well,
but
you know what?
Because they're losers, and we got them off TV as quickly as possible.
You know what? That might
wants these icons to die right in the middle of your television.
All right, well, I'm glad that's what you think.
That might be a good thing, though, Jay, because every time Jeff Hardy seems to party, it gets him in trouble.
Maybe in trouble, but listen, at the end of the day, this whole thing, this entire match, whether you want to talk about the Hardys, you're a fan of them, you're a fan of the Guns, you're a fan of Juice, you're a fan of FTR, the whole thing was meant for one moment, and that's the moment that Punk comes out and takes all the attention from 9 other fucking superstars. That's what we want? Sure. I guess the crowd wanted it. This guy wants it. You want it. You know what? I don't think I'm going to be on the Punk train.
Is that supposed to be a Kiss t-shirt? Because it just looks like he's on Punk's incredibly ugly body. It looks like a Danhausen shirt.
Yeah, I agree, McThomason. They are a bunch of
losers.
Hall of Famers.
Get over it, for God's sakes. They're a bunch of losers.
No. Y'all are both right.
They're both Hall of Famers.
And they are losers.
They're both Hall of Famers, and at the end of the day, I think if they, both got on the same page and just got on the straight and narrow.
Screenshot. Where's the Hall of Famers?
I think if they all got on the straight and narrow, they could still teach.
They're nowhere.
They could teach the tag team something, can't they? No.
You know what?
Jay's got no faith.
As weird as this is going to sound, I actually like your idea, Jay. Savage, but I think the thing is this. I would actually almost rather see them as backstage personalities who are.
Well, I'm sure that's in the future for them and in the books. But right now, I honestly think they can benefit a great deal from staying on AEW, working with some of the younger talent, and just putting people over. Maybe right now that's what they're meant to do. They need to put some people over. We don't need to see a Hardy Boy run. Maybe if it organically happens again, okay. But they should put people over right now, and I'm glad they did tonight. They didn't try to take the win, Jay.
If we see another Hardy Boy run, I'm out. I'm done.
Well, I don't think you'll be done. I think you're fucking lying, and I'm calling bullshit on that. So, but here we go.
I mean, probably, but
Punk, new T-shirt, surprise, right? Here's Punk again, one more time. Punk knows how to work the hard cam. Look, he's staring right at your soul. Look at those beady little eyes staring at you, Jay. Telling you to buy my shirt.
Yeah, no. Oh. You know why, Savage? He's staring at you. He's glaring right into your soul because he's jealous of what he doesn't have.
CM Punk pretty much has everything he wants. Like, what are you talking about?
He has no soul. None.
You don't know that. He might have a little bit of a soul. And here's the thing. Everybody has a soul. Now, whether they keep it or not, that's a different story. You find out when you die, but, that's a whole other conversation. I was genuinely impressed with this Jeff Jarrett, Mark Briscoe match. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a modern way on, bringing back the 1970 concession match. Listen, man, that was a famous match. It was a big deal back in the day, Jay. You didn't have fun with this match? Travis, go first, because apparently
Jay
Jay
doesn't
hates
have
everything.
fun with anything.
Here's CM Punk still having fun with a goddamn hard cam. Look at him. Look at him.
Jay could be out on a date with a beautiful red-headed girl with nice rack, and he'll still find a way to go, no, that wasn't fun.
This match was fun, Jay. It's Jeff Jarrett. Briscoe having fun. Just fucking around, messing around, having a good time.
At this point in both of their careers, particularly Jeff Jarrett's, man, he can just screw around and have some fun. I'm all for it. I mean, he's a legend. He's a Hall of Famer, I think, in WWE, and if not, he's a Hall of Famer, period. And
Listen,
here's the
man,
thing.
Briscoe pulling out the double mustard, man. Double mustard, man. There it is all over. Double J's back. He's grabbing popcorn. And then his wife comes in and drops the hot sauce in Briscoe's face. It's going down. Briscoe lays the shots in. He goes to get a ladder attack, right? Because, of course, every concession stand has to come with a ladder. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be able to conduct daily business. So he gets the ladder conveniently that's located next to the small little concession stand. And he goes to do a flying maneuver off the top of it. And guess what? His day is ruined by Mr. Who's that? JT Dutt, right? Great guy, great manager, good gimmick. Has his little moment on TV. We go into commercial break. And then when we come back from break, now the guys are in the ring and it's a beatdown. Everybody's just beating the shit out of Briscoe. Jay Lethal's there. He's getting a piece of the action. Briscoe's father comes out, saves the day, choke slam to Jay Lethal through the table, gets in the ring, clotheslines Jeff Jarrett, clotheslines Dutt. And here we go. We got Briscoe going for his finisher, but instead we have a choke slam from the one. What is it? What do they call him? The one in a billion, Santam Singh. Best friends come out. At this point, I thought it was overkill. Christopher Daniels, best friends come out. Then Ray Phoenix and Penta come out, and they help Mr. Briscoe pick up the win.
I mean, you're never gonna hear me complain about Christopher Daniels getting TV time, but this isn't the right way to get.
No, I'm complaining about it because I thought this would have been a better match served for Briscoe to pick up a hard-fought victory over a Double J veteran. And I mean, like, they should have gone back to the ring and put on a 10-minute clinic, and Briscoe should be able to pick up the win. You know, have a little wrestling in there and not get all these other guys involved just for TV time, as you like to put it. Jay, what'd you think? It's all you.
You guys got it all out, or?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, all right. Man, I'm gonna give credit where credit's good to Tony Khan. Tony Khan, you did it. You smart son of a bitch. You have turned a legend into a clown. You have done it in front of my eyes. You have done it in front of everybody's eyes. You have turned Mark Briscoe into a clown. And congratulations. I want to give a clap. If Savage got the crown effect, he will do that in a second. But I congratulate you, sir. This was one of the silliest, dumbest matches I have ever seen or ever heard or any kind of type of way. I don't care what you have here. Did Sanjay just really make Mark Briscoe look more like a fool, or was it more like a carrot? You know, it goes all over. This was so disgusting. I can't believe I've seen this with my own eyes. I never now want to see a Mark Briscoe match in AEW.
Travis, what were your thoughts on all this?
I mean, it just was to me. I don't walk away from it going like Jay, where like, oh, it's the worst thing ever, or you, where it's like, oh, this was really good. It was filler. Hey, let's put it this way. I didn't get up and go to the bathroom during the match, so there you go. It wasn't a bathroom break.
It wasn't a bathroom break. I didn't think it was definitely not a bathroom break. It was a good time, but the ending for me, I would have liked to seen this match out of all the matches have a traditional wrestling ending, especially considering the match before this, we had like 19 guys in the ring at the end of that match too. You know what I mean? So it would have been nice to see this transition into, it could have been a crazy start with the,
I wonder if this is
concession.
partially...
Yeah, I wonder when you're going to stop cutting me off. I mean, I usually pause for a second or two, and then I say, hey, Travis, God damn it, I'm going to make that guy in the boogeyman mask come back, and he's coming to your fucking house. He's not coming to my house. I'll make the Savage Kingdom pull out all the funds.
He wants to come to where I've got my shotguns. He's welcome.
Jesus Christ. Now, Travis ain't messing around, man. It's probably serious. What do you shoot out there, Duck? What are you shooting, Duck?
duck, boar, pig.
Boar.
Yeah.
Fresh bacon.
Sometimes.
Okay, I like it. What do we think about when we see this picture? BCC with their new BCC new, I guess, right? Look at them. Look at them. Takeshita.
I mean, it's right in front of your eyes. You don't see it?
What? Tell me.
I see it. No explanation whatsoever from AEW. No explanation of how Don Callis and Takeshita is in with BCC and how they have an alliance and how they're working together. No explanation.
Hold on.
Teasers, segments. Oh hey, oh this, nothing.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
No explanation. He screwed Kenny Omega in the steel cage match.
That doesn't mean he's a BCC member.
The two of them screwed the Elite in the Anarchy in the Arena match. Like,
So
how
how
much
did
more
BCC
explanation
get
do you
them in?
need?
So how
The
did BCC
enemy
get them
of
in?
my enemy is my
You didn't
friend.
see it. You didn't see it. You're just talking about a betrayal. I'm talking about how these two guys, which you guys hold really great for Takeshita, I don't. This guy cannot throw a right hand for shit. I don't care what anybody said. He can't do it. I don't see him as a gold star. I just see him as, why are these two guys with this group when they don't need to be? I get it. Here's the forbidden door. Yeah, I get all that crap. But there was no explanation on the part. Period.
Well, that day's coming, Mick, but I don't think it's going to be next year. Right?
Mick, relax.
is
The Hardys
the
are a bunch of
explanation.
losers. They're not going to be in any Hall of Fame. Relax.
All right, Jay. They're definitely going in the Hall of Fame. Come on now. Stop it.
At some
Bring it
point.
back so many times. BCC out here. John Moxley talking some trash about how they're the most 3 important letters in all of professional wrestling. Bryan Danielson gets on the mic, talks a little bit about, his match with Okada. He's talking trash. Okada's a punk, won't even show up. Don Callis over here letting everybody know what's up with Takeshita and how the Elite, they stink. The Elite stink! But how good does Takeshita look right there? That guy's a star, man. And here we go. We're going to get a match right now. And since there's a guy from
Savage.
guy from New Japan Wrestling in here, I'll let you go off first, Travis. What did you think about
So,
this
first of
matchup?
all, okay, so Minoru Suzuki, the man that you showed in the towel thing,
Oh, my bad.
he is one of the absolute most badass people in the history of Japanese anything. He was actually part of the Japanese mixed martial arts group, which is actually much more somehow it has more rules, but yet it also has more violence, which seems weird. But the man had an undefeated record, and then he decided, okay, I'm going to get into professional wrestling. He's been incredibly good at it. And Minoru Suzuki is one of those guys who, when there are some guys you look at, and when you see him beating the holy shit out of a dude, you're just like, yep, that is a mean dude. I do not want to be around that guy. This was a good match for what it was. I think that the right team won for obvious reasons. I mean, it would have been idiotic to have New Japan Pro Wrestling guy come in and have him lose, in my opinion. But, I think that the main purpose of this match was really just to get us the setup for what we're going to see Sunday.
Yeah, well, that's the point of every single match on the card tonight. But I did like that Chris Jericho won the match classic style, Lion Tamer, tap out in the middle of the ring. The
Love
Sex
the
Gods. Suzuki pick up the win. It was cool. We get a little post-interview, says everyone was so excited except for him because he's known Sting for a long time and how selfish and egotistical Sting is, and he only shows up for the highest bidder. Not for a harlequin, but for a whore. He challenges Sting and Darby to a trios match against him and Sammy and Minoru at Forbidden Door. And then, of course, what do you know? Here comes Sting. In the face of Chris Jericho. Are we even excited about this match? Technically, they've never been in the ring together, so that alone should have people excited about this. I'll go to Jay first because it's hard to excite him about anything.
Well, you want me to talk about this part or the whole shebang?
The whole shebang.
Well, I don't know Suzuki, but it's not our first rodeo we've seen him. We've seen him last year, Savage at Forbidden Door, so it's nothing new. I thought last year he looked great. This year, I just think He was great about 30 years ago. Let's face it, he's 55, he's 5'10 and fat. I don't need to see this guy in the ring for me personally, but hey, it worked for the crowd. I could feed the dog a bone and the whole crowd, and the crowd will go crazy to get a big pop. This part I thought was actually smart, and this is what happens when Tony Khan doesn't book this. This is what happens when your veteran wrestlers right here book this. You get great work, and they're doing the smart thing. The smart thing they're doing is basically saving this match. You know, why give it away? Why are you going to give it away so fast? Let's slow build it. Let's have this so-called trios match, which, by the way, I hate the part that they're not explaining to us Sammy for shit, because he looked like a heel tonight, and the ending, he looked like he was with Jericho if you saw his head not like this. So I'm still confused at that, but I think it's smart to have this to match and to save it for either All In or All Out.
Travis, what you got on this?
Well, first of all, yeah, I am semi-excited because we have never seen Jericho and Sting. I do agree with Jay. I think that the trio should set up for them to have a one-on-one match eventually. I know I'm going to get hate from Savage when I say this, but you were like, with the classic, bringing back the Lion Tamer, one of the best-looking submissions, and yes, I will put it up against the Sharpshooter and go, guess what? It's better. But it was a good match for what it was, which was, like we said, most of tonight was just set up for what comes Sunday. This was a good setup match, but it wasn't anything much more than that.
Hi, Ricky. Yeah, you can see Ricky. If you squint your eyes all the way down to the bottom, you can see him a little bit. I can't hear him, though. He's muted, but it's okay, though. How you doing, buddy? What's going on? What's going on all the way down there at the bottom of the food fucking bowl? What's going on?
Listen, let me tell you something. This Jericho Sting match is going to be the biggest mistake of all time. This is going to be worse than Goldberg and Undertaker at whatever it was, Super Showdown.
That's a bold statement.
Is this match happening one-on-one? Is this confirmed?
No, it's a 3-on-3.
There's no way.
There's no way they would let them do a one-on-one. So.
Oh, okay.
It'll be all right. Don't worry. Don't have a heart attack yet, man. Don't have a heart attack yet, man. Back from commercial.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Jeez.
We have a bunch of shit going on. Tony Schiavone, RJ City, they start pulling names for the Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament, and we go to break. Back from commercial, the Elite answer the Blackpool Combat Challenge. We get a little promo from there. Hangman Page says, with Kenny Omega out for his singles against Will Ospreay, that leaves them 3 against 5. Over here, this guy Ravishing's got the wind over there, so I'm going to mute him for a little bit. But they have friends all over. Kenny says when the chips were down and they needed a friend, they found one in an unexpected place. Eddie Kingston rolls up and he says he doesn't like or. He says this to them. I don't like you. I don't respect you. But he hates Claudio that much more. And he wants to be, he wants the 5th guy to be a guy that he picks so they can make a big difference. And he says they'll make the announcement later tonight. In the ring, we have Adam Cole in a moment. But real quick, I'll go to Jay first. Jay, what did you think about Eddie Kingston tonight on the mic?
Well, I think I'd rather save it to the end because we all saw how awful he is. I think I'd rather just
awful. Okay. Travis, what you got for Eddie Kingston? We're saving for the end? Ricky, you want anything to say about this little promo, or we're saving for the end?
It don't matter to me. I don't care about it.
Okay. Ricky do not care about it. All right. He don't care. And me personally, I don't give a shit either. I give no fucks about any of this shit. I really don't. No, you know what I fucking remember? I remember when I removed you from the stream from interrupting me for the 457th fucking time? This is Full Screen Savage. You don't interrupt Full Screen Savage, you silly son of a bitch. And if you don't like it, you can turn that mouse sideways and shove it straight up your candy ass, you fucking jabroni. Got something to say now, Travis?
I was just going to say, remember when they were making us think that Kingston was going to be a big deal? He had a match.
Wait a second. Shut the fuck up. Who was making us think about this? Didn't they tell me? Show me who was making a stink. Jay, did you make a stink about Eddie Kingston being a big fucking deal? Ravishing Ricky Ramone, have you ever heard anyone in your life say Eddie Kingston was going to be a big fucking deal?
I didn't even cease to exist.
So Travis, what universe do you live in?
AEW was making it seem like it was going to be a big deal. I never thought it would be. They were.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I think you really misunderstood what they were trying to say there. At what moment during Eddie Kingston's run did you think AEW was trying to make him a big deal?
I mean, literally, he made CM Punk look like a little bitch, which was great. He made... That's okay, Jay. You can have the t-shirt, and you can flip me off. It won't change the fact that he exposed CM Punk for exactly what he was. A glory hound who came back for one reason only, a paycheck. Now, unlike Christian Cage, who's worked that into his gimmick, CM Punk is like, I came back for the wrestling fans because I care. No, nobody cared about CM Punk coming back. That man crying, I guarantee you he had a damn onion under his eye and he just didn't know it.
No, that guy was a real loser. Genuine tears in his eyes for CM Punk, another grown man. And not a man that's died either, a man that's alive and in the ring. Just wrestling. He's crying, Ricky.
Let me tell you something, man. Every day we all get up and we all get ourselves together, get prepared for the day, right? And every one of us, every single day, if you're a healthy American or a healthy human being in general, you could be anywhere in the world, you always take 2 to 3 CM Punks a day. And that's all I'm going to say.
I'm trying to even understand what the fuck you just said. Every day you wake up and what?
Every day we wake up and prepare, right?
Sure.
To get our day started, brush your teeth and everything, right? And we also, as healthy individuals, take a CM Punk 2 to 3 times a day.
Sometimes, yeah, but what if you're constipated that day? Then you got to hold the CM Punk.
Well, let me tell you something.
You've had that day, right?
Let me tell you something about riddles, right? I like to riddle people sometimes. A man that is young is also known as a young man.
All right, he's out here on some Socrates shit tonight. I thought I was the Greek one. You're over here preaching. Okay, I like it. Not bad. But AEW had to continue tonight, and what did it continue with? Let's click next. Let's see.
Look at this pre-recorded segment here, because we know they wasn't in the arena.
It's all pre-recorded. It's all pre-recorded garbage. A lot of it is Adam Cole. We're gonna hear from Adam Cole next. Does anybody give a shit?
I did.
You did.
It was a good promo.
Why did you care about Adam Cole? Please tell me.
Because it's Adam fucking Cole. This is a man who single-handedly carried NXT for 3.5 years? Secondly, this is the Adam Cole I wanted to see in AEW from the start. The Adam Cole who was vicious on the microphone, good in-ring competitor, in an interesting feud. It took us, unfortunately, having to suffer through that god-awful Jericho outcast, you beat up my girlfriend crap, but at least now we're going to have a good feud. And I honestly think, if you move it on a little bit on the slides, I liked the fact that the two of them are going to be the first blind team in the tag team eliminator thing. I think it's going to add a lot of fuel to this feud because, believe it or not, let's just throw out something crazy. What if, despite the fact that it's obvious these two are going to go at each other for the world title eventually, what if they win this whole thing and then they're tag team champs or whatever and also going to face each other?
Here's what I know. This guy had the least time in the ring tonight and still looked better than everybody in it.
Yep.
I'll say this. As soon as that man's music hit, that roof just lifted off the arena. That was ridiculous. I think he got a bigger pop than CM Punk.
Probably did, man. He's MJF, man. He's the bee's knees right now. He's the best man in that business.
Put every title on that man. All of them.
Oh man, do you look how? I mean, and I know you're a New Japan fan, but look at the quality of video they send AEW to use. I mean, they don't even have a good camera to do this, do they?
No, there's no question.
That's off of a phone.
Not a good phone.
That's an Android.
But
No, shut up! Right away with the Android hate, man. God damn.
I mean,
God damn with the Android
that-
hate.
that is new for whatever reason though. That's always been Tanahashi, Naito, certain people in New Japan like this idea of like, oh, we shot it on an iPhone because that makes it look like it's more of a real video. People did you see, you probably didn't see it, but earlier this week, Will Ospreay had an entire promo about how he was going to do better than last year's and all that. And that promo was shot with a real camera and it looked good. This is
just your way of bringing Will Ospreay into the conversation.
Will Ospreay's like MJF. You can never talk about him too much.
I'm sorry, but this picture still here looks like the high school coach speaking at the graduation.
It's not it's maybe. I don't know. It looks like a bad prom date gone wrong. Morning after prom. And I don't even know where I'm going with that.
I don't even care for Tanahashi, so
I don't know. I don't care. But you know what? I'm actually going to do somebody a favor right now. I'm going to put them on blast because on Friday, we're going to have an interview here at Wrestling with Savage. And it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a really good time. On Friday, 10:30 p.m., June 23rd, Black Dahlia will be in the house. Wrestling with Savage, exclusive interview before her appearance with us at Wrestling Bash 2. And here's a little preview of the slide that I'm putting together right now. You can follow her on Instagram. You can follow her on OnlyFans. You can follow her everywhere. She's trained with Rikishi at the Knox Pro Academy. But she's been through a lot, this girl. And we're going to talk about it tomorrow. We're going to talk about the fact that she had double surgery on her feet, almost over 34 different surgeries in the last 2 years alone, to get back to a point where she's going to start wrestling again. And in my opinion, I think she's actually going to have a really good run. And not only that, but I'm pretty sure she's going to be in Hollywood sooner than later. I don't know who's going to kidnap her first, whether it's Hollywood, the WWF, AEW, or somebody. Black Dahlia is headed places. Black Dahlia is headed places. I can promise you that. That's her best friend right there with the chainsaw. He's been her
Jungle
Boy.
Boy?
He looked like Jungle Boy, right? He actually wrestles, and he's got a good look, too. I mean, and she's the valet right now, but she wants to start wrestling again. We're going to talk a lot about it on Friday. But there's a lot to this story. There's a lot to take in. Some good friends. It's a really good story, man. It's about someone who wants to be a wrestler more than anything in the world, and they're not going to let anything stop them, not even a double foot surgery. And she's killing it right now. She's in the gym. They just finished filming a documentary about her return to the ring after the surgeries and after everything that happened. She'll be at WrestleBash with her chainsaws in hand as well. So if you're inclined to do so, you should come on down to WrestleBash and you can meet Black Dahlia. Find out a little bit more about her tomorrow night and her return to the ring.
I thought you said it was Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night. I wish it was tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm excited. I want to see it tomorrow night, but I have to wait till Friday myself. But Black Dahlia over here, a really cool chick. Been killing it on the comeback trail, putting in the work in the gym every day, and has quite the story to tell, man. It's been a long road to recovery, but she has a good group of friends, a good support system, which everybody needs. Everybody needs. I mean, they're here. You can see some shots right there of the foot surgery right there. You know what I mean? That's some real deal shit that she's having.
That's what it looked like when I had to have my foot surgery. So, man, my heart goes out to her.
I told her she looks like Kelly Kapowski on steroids in this picture. But I think she's got money in her future, man. A lot of it. She's already been acting. She's been in a few scary movies. She's got 2 more horror movies coming out next year. Doing her thing. I've
seen one of those.
You might have, and you're probably going to see a lot more, man. She's very cool. I don't want to spoil the interview on Friday with all these pictures, but I have a lot more to add and videos too. You know, I'm just trying to give the fans here a sneak peek of what's going on and what's going down. And oh wow, look at this guy. He returned from the dead. Wow. He's back, baby. Look at him.
He probably likes AEW like you guys.
Total Watan, man. The floor is yours.
let me just tell you guys something. Totowa Tom has been very busy the last month and a half, okay? I do apologize for not being on this show, but I have a lot to do in this town. All right, I am a shaker, I'm a mover. I got concerts I'm putting on. I got wrestling shows I'm putting on. I got days that are named after me that I'm running. I am a be-all, end-all in Totowa, and I haven't had the time to be a part of the Savage Nation. I apologize, but I'm here to talk about AEW with you guys tonight for a little bit, so continue.
I don't know. First of all, I don't know what the Savage Nation is. And don't sit there and give me your bullshit about a small town in New Jersey that could run itself. Or actually, I could hire someone from the Bronx Zoo. A monkey could come and run Totowa better than all you idiots could. Don't fucking start with me about the state of New Jersey. You know
how sad it is? It's so small, I've never even heard of it.
Did you see the 3,000 people we had at Totowa Day a couple weeks ago?
That actually did look like a good time. It did look like a good time. But,
it's not the Savage Nation. What is it?
Come on, man. That's
I
sad.
forget.
I know you forget. You're a stranger now.
Kingdom. Savage Kingdom.
Poor Tom's been out of the loop for so long, he doesn't know what the fuck's going on anymore. We were just talking about Black Dahlia, who's going to be on the show Friday night for an interview. We were talking about her road to recovery and everything that's been going on with her. It's going to be a good time. And she'll be at Wrestle Bash with the Savage Kingdom. And like I told her earlier, that's why I put this picture up last, pretty much, is because I think she's money. She's going to have a big career. Look out for Black Dahlia. She'll be on here Friday night, and I promise you're going to see her again. You're definitely going to see her again. Now, where were we? Slide 2, right? We were talking about MJF.
Yeah.
Tom, thus far, we've talked about MJF. We talked about the Hardy Boys having a match to open the night. We talked about CM Punk. Do you want to touch on any of those subjects before we move on?
Why is FTR running down to the ring in a run-in with their tag belts? So stupid. Don't come down the ring with your belts. Leave them in the back.
Leave them in the back?
What the fuck? What's that all about?
FTR should have never, like I said this. Just because FTR resigned, it doesn't mean that they needed to be the AEW World Tag Team Champions as soon as they resign and take the titles off of the Acclaimed, off the who's that, Ass Boys, right? So
yeah,
taking it off of them, because now look at Ass Boys, right? And if you would think to keep the titles on them and continue that feud with the Acclaimed, finish that feud, and then later on you give FTR the titles. Maybe after this that they're doing with CM Punk, you could have given them the tag titles. See what I'm saying? Because now they're going to be holding the tag titles, doing 6-man tags, and you're not defending the tag titles. So it makes no sense. You know what I mean?
No, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Their claims out there doing promos, bro. They're not doing nothing else, and that's it. Like, they've been watered down, bro. They're getting like.
But Tom, did anything else come out to you or strike out to you tonight as good content? Like from the first match,
there was 2 run-ins in the first 2 matches. I didn't like that. You know, you have one run-in in the first match, then you have another run-in in the second match. I mean, just have Briscoe go over. You know, a lot of shenanigans going on there.
I was a little upset that the second match ended with more of a run-in, like you said. We just saw that in the first match. I was saying I would have loved to see Double J and Briscoe actually finish with a little bit of a good wrestling match, like for 10 minutes, you know, and not have all this bullshit involved. But what are you going to do? AEW's always got full of shit. MJF, Hangman, Adam Page over there should be the guy he's fighting, but instead he's fighting this guy. What do you think about that? He's feuding right now with Cole. Are you happy with the way it's going? Their match was a banger. I love their match, but where do they go from here? Like, how is Adam Cole going to get another match right now?
I think it's fire right now between the two of them, and I like what they're doing. They're going to have them team up and maybe run a little, angle there, and eventually they're going to face off in some big pay-per-view. I didn't quite understand why Adam Cole tricked MJF into accepting the match at Forbidden Door against Tanahashi. I mean, if you're Adam Cole and you want the title, why would you risk MJF wanting to lose the belt? Right?
Because he knows that Tanahashi ain't gonna beat MJF.
No,
Tanahashi has no
By the way,
chance.
hello, Travis. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Real quick, while we're on the topic of Forbidden Door, did anyone else notice that, like, one of our main or well, not main, but one of the champions is missing. Like, you're telling
Hold
me.
on a second. I'm trying to figure out. We weren't even on the topic of Forbidden Door. What the fuck are you talking about?
We just talked about Forbidden Door.
No,
Why would he
didn't.
accept Tanahashi?
Travis, listen, Travis, please don't pull a Mick. Savage, move on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. We got to keep it moving over here. Anybody give a fuck about the Owen Hart Eliminator Tournament? We got some, contenders in there. Dustin Rhodes in there. I wouldn't mind seeing CM Punk versus Dustin Rhodes. I'm looking at this, but who's going to come up between Juice and Ricky? I don't know. I'm not
I would
sure.
like to see. I'd love to see Juice Robinson. That'd be a surprise. But
Juice versus Punk
sure.
or Joe. Tom, who do you got taking this whole thing for the men's tournament?
No, I haven't really thought much about it.
I could see Powerhouse Hobbs maybe having a shot here. After what just happened to his fucking little run right there, they took the title off him really quick.
That's a good
Pissing
thing.
off.
That's a good thing. No one really knows, right? So
Yeah, that is true. No one does know. Orange Cassidy going to take on Shibata. I was really impressed with Shibata tonight. I think he stood out more in this match than anybody else. Looked like a solid wrestler. Stood his ground. Great posture, great holds, great shots, amazing kicks. I'm very impressed with him on his Dynamite debut, to be honest. I'll go to you, Tom, first, since you're never here anymore. What was your take on this matchup?
I fast forward.
Okay. Jay, you got anything on this one?
No.
Okay. Travis, you always got something. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I will agree with you. Shibata looked the best, and that's coming from a guy who is a huge Zack Sabre Jr. fan. But I think Katsuyori Shibata looked really good in this match. And other than that, I mean, it was a decent match. The only problem I have with it is just it's getting to where every Orange Cassidy match is so predictable.
Yeah, well, that's obvious. Yeah, I mean, but this one didn't come out like a normal Orange Cassidy match, which means he would actually win. Orange Cassidy actually took the loss tonight, and I have more respect for him tonight because he took the loss, and he took it in a unique way. Jay's over there laughing because he hates fucking everything, but Shibata was fire in this match.
You guys like
Tom,
clown
you should have
shows.
actually watched
You guys
this
like
match.
dancing clown
This
shows.
was
That's
low-key
the
match of the
laugh.
night because of
Laugh.
Shibata. Low-key match of the night.
It's just another Japanese boy. Jesus, you guys praising like he's the shit.
He's good.
Jay, he's better than me, you, and Savage combined could hope to be.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but maybe. Your boy over here, Will Ospreay, having a little interview, talking trash about Kenny Omega. Callis comes in, says, I have private security that I can use for you, and, we'll help you out. We'll keep you safe, because Kenny has unleashed the rabid fans on your ass. Tom, do you have any takes on Will Ospreay and the Kenny Omega match?
Oh, I mean, it's one of the marquee matchups in all of professional wrestling. I saw the match they had in January, New Japan. Great match, and always looking forward to it. And I love Don Callis. I love what he's doing lately.
Do you think he's doing the best job as a manager in the business
Love
right now?
Absolutely.
Better than Paul Heyman?
No, I mean, it's different right now because he's just taking.
Fair, though.
He's really
No, it's fair.
hot right now. But he's his own person.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this, because every year we have this thing called the Academy Awards, okay? And they give the best actor the award. It doesn't matter if the 5 nominees, one's 86 years old and has been in 8,500 movies, and one of the nominees is, I don't know, maybe a 29-year-old up-and-coming superstar. At the end of the day, only one of them can get the goddamn Academy Award. So, Tom, let's say the Academy Awards were today, Manager of the Year. Is it going to Paul Heyman or is it going to Don Callis? Who's getting that Academy Award?
I mean, for longevity, it's going.
No, not longevity. This year.
They'll give it to Heyman.
Heyman? Okay. I don't disagree with you, but I think Don Callis has really stepped it up, man. Would be a heavy contender.
Well, definitely. That's what I'm saying.
You know what? I mean, I'm going to say this now.
I just wanted to get that definitive answer.
Everyone, well, first of all, I'll say Paul Heyman as well. Secondly, everyone, it's funny. I know a lot of people talking about, well, Daniel Bryan versus Kazuchika Okada. No, I'm sorry. I'm calling it now. Match of the night is going to be Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega, just like it was match of the night when they had their first match. It's going to be the same thing here. At the end of the night, everyone's going to walk away and be like, Did you see that Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay match? If not, go watch it. That will be
Yeah,
the
but
match
I'm pretty
everyone-
sure that goes without saying. I mean, that should be the main event. It's not the main event. It's definitely going to steal the show. Obviously, why? Because the two guys are too talented that are having a match. Will Ospreay is fantastic. We have a championship match coming up. Do we think that Nightingale has a shot to dethrone Tony Storm?
No.
No shot. Jay, no shot? I would actually be scared if I was Tony Storm. Willow Nightingale is popular. She gets pops.
Yeah, she's popular.
She's also New Japan's strong women's champion right now. They might, but I just don't see any reason why they're going to have it be she's holding 2 belts already. You know, that's
She's probably not going to win, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I've seen more shocking things. Tom, what do you call on this match, Tony or Willow?
I hope it ends inconclusive and that they continue.
A feud? Okay. I like that take. Chris Statlander and Valkyrie are going to have a match tonight. Statlander and Valkyrie both looked really good. Statlander, very impressive, just connecting power move after power move and picking up the strong win over a strong competitor. Good match. I wouldn't rate it. I'll give it a thumbs up. It was a good match. I had fun with it. Jay, what was your take on this match?
I had match of the night. It was a good physical match between two.
Yes.
The only thing I hate about this whole match is basically they didn't build it up, and that's what I really hate about it.
Okay. Travis?
No, I mean, I agree. Good physical match, possibly match of the night. Agree they should have built it up more because this right here in my mind is a pay-per-view level quality match, and y'all gave it away for free on Dynamite.
On Dynamite, yeah. Tom, how about you? Same take?
Yeah, I mean, I said the same thing when Valkyrie took on Champ. What was her name? The Champ?
Jade Cargill?
Yeah, Jade Cargill. They gave that away for free in the beginning, too, before they finally put it on pay-per-view.
Okay. Now,
I agree with Travis.
I thought Statlander was hell of impressive in this. Strong finisher, made her look really good. I'm sure a lot of little girls that were watching today became a Statlander fan. She probably got some new fans out of a win like this. A dominant win like this, watched by someone for the first time, can literally be the thing that just sets them off as a Statlander fan for life type of thing. Great move, great shot of that. I don't even know what she calls that. It looks like a tombstone, but it's fantastic.
They said it, but you know what? Is that Excalibur?
I didn't catch it, but it looks good.
No, they said it, but I didn't catch it either. You know why? Because Excalibur screams like a fucking idiot.
Yo, listen, I feel bad for Excalibur, and we'll get into that in a minute, but Statlander, hell of a choice for TBA's champion. I mean, a few weeks ago, I was very adamant and pissed that they took it off Jade Cargill, but I see why. I see why. After a match like that, I see why. Statlander's the star. They wanted to establish her as such, and they have done so. So congratulations to Tony Khan and All Elite Wrestling for unleashing another homebred AEW.
I still think that
superstar.
was the wrong choice, by the way.
Maybe, but it looks to be working out so far. So we'll have to let it play out by ear. Here's all the matches. And this is where I do not envy whatever his name is, Excalibur. All right, he doesn't even have time to say his damn name because he's
He's like
talking
an
so much.
idiot. I can't hear at times.
I mean, this is him. Chaos versus United Empire versus Swerve and Strickland. And you're going to have Rampage and the Acclaimed in action at 10, 9 o'clock. And Rampage, we're here from Adam Cole Live Friday, 10, 9 o'clock at the Owen Hart Tournament at the J Sky Blue. All right, then we're going to go to the Rampage, Jack Perry versus Dookie and Kookie. Collision Live Saturday, CM Punk versus Ricky Starks and Jay White and Juice Robinson at the Guts. And oh my God, it doesn't stop. We're going to keep going. Swerve Strickland and Hiroshi Tanahashi. And now we got CM Punk.
Savage, we need to hit the breaking news music. Mick got something for us.
What do you mean? That's what the breaking news is?
Hit the music. Hit the music.
Money in the bank.
It's not breaking news. Breaking news is stuff you have to give a shit about.
More like a puzzle and trying to figure out what the fuck he's talking about right now.
WWE,
I know it's very
WWE
disappointing.
had a
I'm
video
sorry.
talking about these are the people who won Money in the Bank. Sorry, won Money in the Bank, cashed it in, The same night.
I was just gonna die over here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was choking
Let's
on
move
my
on.
It sounds like you're still fucking
Let's move
choking.
on
How
before
about
we
this?
go
We'll take
choking
a
on my
short.
lack of surprise.
We'll take a short break, and you can see the Party with Marty podcast coming soon. You're not going to want to miss it. The first episode has many topless women, and it will have the whole wrestling world talking. The dirt sheets will be wild that day. Even Dave LaGreca might be talking about Marty motherfucking Jannetty.
We're here to party with Marty!
Yeah.
Yo, monkeys, it's me, DDP, and be watching on Marty's podcast because DDP's gonna be having a party with Marty. Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Teddy.
Wow, Teddy's coming in. Holler, holler.
Holler back at me. Oh man, this guy looks good. I'm here with the Godfather.
I got a small window to get the fans in and get my extra sign. So, it's not enough with the distraction. Come on, man. Sign, fucker, sign.
That's what he wants signed all day long.
All day long.
Never a
Sign, sign, fucker, sign.
You've changed, brother.
Coming soon, the Party with Marty podcast is coming, and it's going to be insane. I have so much footage, phone calls, video recordings, conversations. I have everything recorded from Hooters, the breakfast, dinner. I mean, there's shit that I can't even show on YouTube. We're gonna have to make like an OnlyFans page to have like the exclusive over the top content, and this shit's gonna be a firestorm. And me and Marty are going to go on a full-out furious campaign to get this man either back on TV, either in front of AEW, or back in the goddamn TV screen where he should be at the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony.
Should have been one years ago.
100%. Absolute legend. And here's the thing, Tom, about a guy like Marty Jannetty, right? Working with him so many times now and hanging out with him. Every time we're somewhere, every legend that's in the building comes to Marty. Marty doesn't go to anybody. They go to Marty out of respect, handshake, hug, nothing but love and admiration from every single brother and sister that is at whatever event we're at. And to me, that speaks volumes. And he actually got a little tight the other day because Jericho went on his podcast and was saying that Marty's in a wheelchair. And he's wheelchair bound, which is a fucking bullshit lie. At the cons, at the conventions, Marty, he has his crutches, but he is walking around. And half the time he's using one crutch or just hopping around, doing whatever it takes to just get the job done with the fans that are there. So for Jericho to say he's on a wheelchair, we're gonna have to.
Marty, did you tell Marty you're a Jericho hardcore fan?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I told him I love the Ocho, but you know what? We're gonna get him and the Ocho to work it out. Because we're working on, Marty having a conversation with Jericho and maybe having an appearance on his podcast to discuss his episode on Dark Side of the Ring.
That's definite. Yeah.
Which is almost 100% likelihood because Jericho actually loves Marty. And if you listen to the interview that I'm talking about, for the most part, Chris says nothing but amazing things about Marty and how much he loves him and respects him. I think he just had some misinformation. Or was trying to spin the narrative from the producers of Darkseid, possibly. But, it is what it is. It's all show business.
He's Chris Jericho. He's the Ocho. He's arguably a GOAT. But guess what? His podcast still has people giving him information.
Here's what's going to happen. Because Chris Jericho said on the podcast, I'd love to have Marty on the cruise, but I don't know which Marty I'm going to get. And by the time this is all said and done, he's going to get the Marty that has Savage next to him. And we're going to be on the Jericho cruise. And we're going to have the sickest fucking time of all time.
That sounds like fun.
Partying with Marty. And Chris Jericho is going to be the host. And it's good for me at that point when I'm sitting there. Because it's going to happen. See, I'm a visual believer. I see things. There may be obstacles in my way. Sometimes I have to go around. Sometimes I have to crash right through. Sometimes I got to go another direction. But I'm going to get to my fucking goal. And there's no one on earth that can stop me. And I see crystal clear being on a ship, having a shot with Chris Jericho, Marty Jannetty. And I can't fucking wait for that stuff, boys.
It's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. And by then, this channel will have blown up. It might take some time. It might take a full year. But eventually, there will be a lot of people listening to Savage. They won't be just listening to Jim Cornette. They won't be just listening to JT from New York. They won't just be listening to all these other people that like to have these podcasts and talk shows.
I hope it blows up.
They're going to be listening to you, Travis. They're going to be listening to you, Jay. And Tom, if you know.
I hope it blows up like
listening.
you're talking about.
They'll be listening to you too, Tom.
Then maybe I'll be going on the cruise with you.
Tom,
I'll be partying with Marty and Jericho with you.
You got another elbow drop in you, Tom? This time you elbow drop me.
It still hurts.
No, come on, really? I injured you for life?
Tom,
The doctor said it could take up to 6 months.
Jeez.
We're just all screwing around having fun.
That's
Because
okay.
I heard you earlier when you were like, Kingdom! It's Kingdom! Has anyone ever told you you sound like John Lovitz?
Who?
John Lovitz.
No.
The comedian, John Lovitz. I know him from SNL. He's in every single bad movie of all time.
Yeah.
He's in some good ones, too.
And some good ones.
He is in some good ones. John Lovitz is a fucking, like, if you see some of his all-time scenes.
Anyway, you're doing a good job, Travis. I've listened into the show a few times, and you're doing a good job. What state are you from?
Texas.
Okay, so you used to be on the chat room, right, when we used to do the show?
Yes, sir.
Cool, good job.
Yeah, Travis has been holding it down, thank God, man. He's been helping me with the Impact. He's been helping me with the SmackDown.
Dude.
Collision.
And if you look at the numbers on YouTube that he's been pulling on Impact and SmackDown, the watch-alongs, they've been better than some of our regular shows.
Yeah, but overall, your show's been doing worse since I haven't been on. Anyway.
Oh, well, yeah.
Anyway.
That's a natural, though.
Jay, how you doing, man? You're the best. You know that?
He's the best. I'm not the best.
Where's your wine coolers? Where's your wine coolers? What are you drinking tonight? Nice. There you go. All right.
The smart way to drink so I could see wrestling clearly in AEW.
Well, look at poor Excalibur. He still had to say all these other matches on top of everything else. Look at this, guys. Like 2 minutes of television time.
Savage, can I say something real quick about this whole tournament?
Which one? Owen Hart?
I hate the fact that CM Punk is going to have a match, and this is how you announce it. The biggest star in the company, you just show a graphic.
I mean, he's not the biggest star in the company. That's MJF.
Oh, come on, Travis. Put your hate to the side and realize what this did was kind of dumb. That was kind of dumb.
No, it's not. It's MJF.
It's not dumb. You got to blow it up.
It's MJF. CM Punk is the second biggest. I'll give you that.
No.
MJF is bigger.
No. You got to blow it up, man. It's bad. It's just bad. For me, it's bad.
It's bad?
Look, now you do this.
No.
Well,
anyway, we're going to hear from Eddie Kingston
now.
Eddie Kingston's going to come out. He's going to talk some trash for a couple of seconds till Moxley comes out. Says every time Kingston's trying to get him to say something. Nothing really happens. They don't really say much. BCC comes out. They start to beat the shit out of him. Bryan Danielson comes out. He's calling Okada. Okada comes out, tries to make the save. And then somehow he manages to make everybody disappear from the BCC. I don't get it. It's a 2-on-5. Whatever it is.
Well, and
where did everybody go? They just left?
And you forgot to mention they announced their tag team partner. For those of us who do care.
Yeah, I know. Ishii. Whatever it is.
Tomohiro Ishii, who if you go back and watch, if you watch that match he had with Josh Alexander, that was a phenomenal match. I hope this will help get some more eyes on these guys like it should.
It might. I don't know him well. You know the New Japan guy as well. So if you say he's good, I'll take your word for it. I know I've seen Okada wrestle a few times. He's solid. But I don't think he's as good as like Will Ospreay or anything like that. Not even close.
No. I don't like Bryan Danielson. And even then, people are like, somebody asked me today, they're like, if you have to choose, you have no choice. You have to choose one.
Why is this the main event though? Just because it's a 3-match?
Okada. And I was like, I'm going to have to go Danielson, even though I don't like Danielson. But
that doesn't bother anybody, Tom. That doesn't bother you that MJF's not the main event?
Well, Okada's a god, first of all.
In New Japan,
Will Ospreay has moves, but Okada, he knows psychology, and he wrestles really well.
He's a solid wrestler, but
he's more than solid. I mean, he's had some legendary.
You also got to keep in mind, Okada is the Japanese Cena, Stone Cold, Rock, whatever you want to use. He is the guy who's been consistently putting asses in seats for 10, 15 plus years.
He's their legend. I get it. It's hard for me to say that he's an insane wrestler when I don't want to be biased and lie and be like, oh yeah, he's the man. I haven't seen him wrestle like 100 times. I've seen him have maybe 5 matches, and in the 5 matches I've seen, I was definitely impressed, but I wasn't like blown away. Maybe if I go back and I watch some of those other matches you guys are talking about, I'll get it.
Him and Omega.
Him and Omega
had
I think they had the first, and I don't agree with. I agree with usually Meltzer everything he does, but I didn't agree with this. He gave it a 6-star rating. I hate when he does that. Keep it at 5. Don't make it at 6. But he gave it a 6-star.
Well, and then years later he gave FTR 7.
Do you see? Do you see what I'm talking about, Travis? When does it end?
Yeah, no, I agree completely.
So I like what
Dave
Dave Portnoy from Everybody One Bite. Everybody knows the rules. He never gives out a 10 because you can't. Because then you've got nowhere to go from there.
And the
Everything
thing
always
is,
has to be lower.
The thing is, the thing for me about Meltzer that drives me insane is it's like if 15 people tell Tony Khan this show was absolutely god awful terrible, and Dave Meltzer goes, well, that was a great show, 7 out of 7. Tony Khan looks at that one Dave Meltzer and goes, oh man, it was a 7 out of 7 show, and it's like, no, it wasn't.
I have a question. Did you guys touch on the Sting and Jericho face-off in the ring tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you got something on that?
I do. I want to know what the hell AEW is thinking by doing a 6-man tag team next week. This is fire right now between Jericho and Sting. This is something that should carry over to Wembley Stadium. Now, if you're telling me that they're going to be in a 6-man tag team on free TV next week, especially after Sting comes off and says, I need some time with you, then I better see Jericho every time Sting gets into the ring next week. Jericho runs. I don't want to see Jericho and Sting touch until Wembley Stadium. I want this thing to build.
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
It deserves that because they've never been in the same ring together, let alone have a match.
Right. So keep it going.
Please, I agree with that.
Tony Khan or whoever's writing this, please don't let them meet.
Well, the hope is that this is going to lead. This is going to lead to a 6-man match because of something that happens probably in the match.
No, they announced it. It's next week.
But it could lead to a 1-on-1 between Jericho and Sting down the road.
That goes without saying, Wembley. What I'm saying is don't let them touch.
At all, nothing.
Yeah, every time Sting comes in the ring, Jericho.
Or how about a standoff and then it gets interrupted?
No, he goes and tags out. I like that even better because that's heelish. He has
Jericho.
to stay heel, Jericho. He has to stay heel. Also, I'd like to know, what do you guys think Sting whispered into his ear tonight?
I'm looking forward to this.
Probably like, let's have fun.
Because
I thought he was giving him the name of the partner. Because he's like, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? And I thought like Sting whispered it into his ear who the guy was.
Well, here's the
thing. You know who I
thing.
thought he was going to say? Can I be honest?
Sure.
I thought he was going to say Sammy Guevara.
That would have been a nice touch.
I thought he was going to say that.
Maybe we're going to get the betrayal at Forbidden Door.
Here's the thing. Jericho and Sting have never been in the ring with each other, and yet Jericho admits he's someone I respect, and we've had a lot of good conversations. He goes, I would actually consider Sting, one of my friends in the business. So it's interesting to me that we've never had an in-ring thing with them. But they've actually been. People are like, well, we've never seen Jericho and Sting in the same room. That's not true. We've seen them together lots of times at signings and stuff like that. We've just never seen them. Yeah.
Sting and Priest.
We've never seen them work.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't give a fuck. All I know is I'm waiting for this countdown to end because as soon as this countdown ends, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to come and end this stream any minute now, maybe.
Well, I hope you enjoy it. I unfortunately saw the wizard behind the curtain. If I have to explain that reference, I'm going to have to smack someone. But I unfortunately saw the wizard behind the curtain for me in that I get why it's popular, Savage, I do, but honestly, I am getting sick of the overly political fantasy stories. It's just, I'm like, we've had too many of them now. Game of Thrones made it popular. Now it's every other story does that. Now, will I pick up Final Fantasy 16? Yeah, probably at some point. Am I going to pick it up day one? Probably not. Too busy pay. I got to pay off my Spider-Man 2 Collector's Edition.
No, you got priorities, man. You got priorities. I'm a Final Fantasy guy. Always have been, always will be. Day one.
Oh, I
Final
always
Fantasy
have
guy.
been too. I mean, this will be the first Final Fantasy I've ever not.
This game's gonna be fire, man. If you get stuck with the side quests, then you're gonna run into all that political nonsense you're talking about. They tend to stick a lot of that political shit in all the side quests and extra shit. If you focus on the main story, it's gonna be a good story.
Oh, by the way, so did you hear? And it's always funny to me when you hear the stupidest things, just absolutely stupid. 2 games over this weekend that people were calling for a boycott of. They're like, this group is like, call for a boycott of Final Fantasy 16 because there's no.
All right, stop it. I don't care about any of that. You know why? Because that has nothing to do with professional wrestling, and that's what this goddamn show is supposed to be about.
Well, you're the one who took it off it.
Well, I just said I'm excited for it to come out. You're the one that went off the rails with the video game shit. I'm just saying I'm waiting for a goddamn game tonight to come out. Black Dahlia are going to be on the show Friday. Make sure you watch in. Forbidden Door coming up. We have the Bloodline Civil War. Tom, you have anything on the Bloodline? I haven't heard you take on the Bloodline in a long time. What's your take?
Fantastic.
What's going on?
Fantastic.
All good shit, right?
Fantastic.
You got a winner here? Logan Paul?
What's up?
Look at the screen, man.
He's asking who you think's going to win Money in the Bank.
You know what? It's either going to be LA Knight or is Damian Priest in there?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, he is? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
It should be LA Knight. Probably going to be Logan Paul. Woman, I guess. Can we see Trish Stratus maybe win this?
I want it to be Zoe Stark.
Maybe Zoe hands it to her?
I think it's going to be Becky Lynch. I do want to say I was impressed with Trish's performance on Monday Night Raw.
That was a great match, actually.
I've been down on her, but I'm mostly down on her interviews. But she had a nice match.
Yeah, it was a great match, man. That's why I was saying maybe Trish wins this, man. She's got Zoe in there with her. Zoe has her back. It kind of makes sense.
But you know who the next big star? You know who the next big star is in that women's division, though? It's that Raquel Rodriguez.
Raquel, I was just going to say Raquel. Yeah. I was looking at the picture. Remember the face-off she had with Rhea Ripley? Tell me that's not a WrestleMania main event waiting to happen.
I thought of Andre Hogan when I saw it.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Do you got a winner on this one? Seth Rollins retains, I think, right?
No, he's a bitch punk right now, and I hope Finn wins. And I don't even like Finn.
Why don't you like Seth?
Finn to win.
Why don't I like Seth?
Deserves it.
Seth, I don't like his character right now. I feel like it's more about his music than anything else. And I really thought that he did Finn a disservice a couple weeks ago when they were doing the interview, and Finn was trying to explain how 7 years ago, he had this crucial injury which ended his title reign, and all the crowd was doing was just doing that stupid chant, and I was upset with it, and I and to be honest, I think Seth is better chasing right now. So
okay, well I guess we're gonna have to wait and see.
I wish Damian Priest won that first night at Monday Night Raw. I wish Priest got the title.
So here's he
was gonna do it.
So here's a pitch for y'all. Damian Priest is in Money in the Bank. What happens if Finn wins the title and Damian Priest wins Money in the Bank? Will he try?
Well, that's a great storyline.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if I cash in the same night. I don't think so. I think
he would either. But
I think they get more bang for their buck if they play it out, and you just never know what he's going to do with it.
Yeah. I agree.
Plus, then they can go invade SmackDown.
By the way, I'm hitting a hot show tomorrow night in Union, Wrestle Pro. They have a loaded card. I don't know if you know anything about it, Savage. Should be good.
Where's that at?
It's in Union, New Jersey. Wrestle Pro. They're like Creator Pro. They're same thing.
Tomorrow night, Thursday night.
Pat Buck is involved with it. I'm
okay.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's part of the Creator Pro package.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, but it's a loaded show, and I really can't. I don't remember. I think Cardona is going to be there, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a loaded show and it should be good. Is Outlaw tomorrow night?
No, Outlaw's next week.
Okay.
On the 29th and the 30th. And speaking of Outlaw and speaking all that stuff, we'll get back to these matches, but I might as well spam this out real quick.
Actually, I have to go. So y'all guys have a good night, and I will see y'all tomorrow.
He's out of here. He's abandoning us. Great, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. I'll see you later tomorrow, man. Have a good night, man. Dominique and Cody Rhodes taking on each other. You have a guest there, Tom?
Inconclusive, hopefully.
Inconclusive. Okay.
Like,
probably. You don't see Brock coming out and causing Cody to lose?
Yeah, something like that.
I think Brock's coming out.
Nothing clean.
Payback Saturday, September 2nd. They got Roman advertised. I wonder who he'll be taking on for the title.
Finally, a pay-per-view in the States.
Yeah, should be interesting here.
There hasn't been a pay-per-view in the States since Mania.
Jesus Christ. Wrestling with Savage is staying busy this year. You can check out our full schedule on WrestlingWithSavage.com. We have Jimmy Hart coming up at the Wrestling Universe on June 30th. You get a free Marty autograph with a combo purchase. And we're going to be with Jimmy Hart a lot of days this year. We're going to also have him at Legends Fan Fest at Ken Hoover Promotions. Come on down if you're in the area. Wrestle Bash coming up August 20th. We will have Haku and Black Dahlia in the house. It's going to be a good time. If you're in the area, New Jersey, New York, Tri-State, come on over to the Fairfield Hotel. Guaranteed that's going to be a sick time. Go follow my cousin Cri Text. Go follow Chop City Wrestling. They are our sponsors. We take care of Outlaw Wrestling, the mouth of the South. Appearing live at Outlaw Wrestling Thursday, June 29th, 7 p.m. The doors open at 8 o'clock at the Stereo Garden in Patchogue, New York. And he will also be at St. Pat's in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, New York on June 30th, the next night. So, yeah. This Sunday, I will be at the Battlefield for another pay-per-view. And I'm feeling a little wild this Sunday, Tom. I think I'm going to go out of my way to, like, really break down some doors on Sunday. I'll let you take that for what you want. Premier Streaming Network. You can watch it live. Savage Make It Beat Up live on pay-per-view. $9.99 a month. You won't want to miss it. And, of course, The Party with Marty coming soon. It's going to be a good time, man. We'll talk about legendary stories about him with NWO or, of course, his cat Swaggy and his new episode coming out, Dark Side of the Ring, August 8th. If you need an 8x10 by Marty, let me know. Send me an email, wrestlingwithsavage@gmail.com. We'll take care of you. Give you the best price in the business. And I guess that's it. Tom, man, you gonna come back more often, or are you on timeout from the wife still?
We're actually leaving Friday. We're going away. We're going to Maine for a week.
Nice.
So
perfect time to go on vacation.
The summer's going to be wifey time.
Has to be. So we're gonna total what time back full time, probably in the fall, maybe.
September, they're doing a huge 25th anniversary show in Totowa for ISPW.
In September?
Yeah, I forgot when, but it's 25th anniversary.
How many 25th anniversary shows can you guys have?
No, this is for ISPW.
Every year.
What do you mean? They're doing... Oh, you're talking about the Legends at the 90s
no,
con. The day before 90s con.
No. I'm talking about Fierro's promotion, which started in 1998.
Yes, but ISPW that show is going to be the day before 90s con.
Yes, correct.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that show. September. Okay. Correct. I got mistaken. I thought you were saying that they're going to do another 25th anniversary show.
No. The Totowa was 125 years. Yeah.
Okay. So this is going to be the 25 ISPW show. Bull James, do you see Ray Kalitri taking that title off him? Could happen.
No, but he's good. I like him.
I like Ray Kalitri, man. What's up with Rick Raycon? I thought he was going to Florida.
Yeah, he's supposed to be training. Yeah, why? Something happened?
No, well, is he going to Florida full time, or he's going to be traveling back and forth?
No, he's going to Florida to train under Stu Hart's not Stu Hart.
Dory. How long is he going for?
6 weeks, I guess.
Oh, it's just like a camp or something.
Yeah. Dory.
Copy that.
Yeah.
That will do a lot for him.
No. Definitely.
You might want to stay down there and just go to that performance center.
I don't know. See what happens.
You should put a little whisper in his ear, man. Be like, why don't we go take a... If he's going to be in Florida, I mean, he should definitely visit the performance center. I would visit the performance center.
I'm sure Dory's got some connections there still at the WWE.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, but You know, even if he doesn't have connections, you still want to just visit it just to visit.
Yeah.
Like, why not, man? Drop off your resume, drop off a DVD. You know, tell them who you are, and then send them shit every single month, like Ken Anderson did. I mean, I know you weren't here for the Ken Anderson interview, but that's how he got to where he was. He was sending people footage, even when people told him he shouldn't.
Yeah, that was a good interview. I watched it.
He said, no, I'm going to keep sending them because if they find out that, hey, they gave me criticism and then I worked on it and got better, they're going to know that you can teach me and they're going to want me. And he was right. So,
I saw Kevin Kelly announcing a collision. Is he still operating his own promotion?
Well, he's like a partner in it, but yeah, he'll still be there on and off depending on the tapings. I got a lot going on. I'm going to have a lot of big, different seismic changes in the next month or two. All depending on what happens on Sunday.
Dude, you just got to get in a rocket ship and you just got to take off.
I'm waiting. I think the party with Marty might help me.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Whatever
Something will eventually pop. Yeah, you got to make your own way, man, because nobody's going to give it to you.
I hear you.
That's for sure.
You got the passion, that's for sure.
You got to just take it.
Right,
man.
Jay? Jay, have you seen a more passionate guy in this industry?
I haven't seen a passionate guy as much as Savage.
I don't know. Tom says the show stinks without him, though. So how good can I be?
No, I didn't say it stinks. I just said
I think the show
the
does
ratings
fall off the rails at times, but you know.
Oh, the show, yeah, but the show's meant to fall off the rails. You know how out of control the Marty Jannetty show is going to be? I can't keep him on the same topic longer than 3 minutes. He'll go from like tater tots to tits in 1 second.
Gotta have a format.
Oh, the format is just like we're gonna just have a conversation because so far when me and him have conversations, we'll start talking about something like, dude, I'll tell you one story he told me right now. Okay, I probably shouldn't say it, but he was with his girlfriend in the back, right, and he's hanging out. This is Marty Jannetty hanging out with his girlfriend in the back. This is like in the like late '80s, okay. And then Ultimate Warrior comes by and says, "Oh, did you come on this one's face too?" And here's the kicker. He didn't know that was actually Marty's wife now. So, but she was only his wife for 4 days.
What's the concept of the show?
The concept of the show is that it's a party with Marty constantly.
So it's just about jokes and girls and
nah, man, we're gonna talk about everything. We're gonna talk about life. We're gonna talk about modern topics. We're gonna talk about crazy.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta come up with some good topic conversation.
Dude, life is a topic. What do you mean? We can just go off the breaking news.
You can talk about the 80s. You can talk about AWA.
It's not. I don't want it to be overpowered by just wrestling stuff. That's why we're gonna have other. That's why we're gonna have co-hosts and guest hosts. Black Dahlia, we're actually talking to Black Dahlia to be a co-host to come on once a month and update us on like modern culture, what's popping in music, what's popping in movies, what's going on TV shows. We'll talk about all kinds of shit. And then, of course, anytime I want, all I got to do is mention one wrestler from the 80s and Marty Jannetty will go off on a fucking rant. It's gold. Me and Marty together are like fucking gold. I was able to stay up to 3 a.m. with this guy 2 nights in a row, just talking, just talking. It was incredible. Listening to his stories about the 80s, Tom, like, unreal. I mean, if we go off the air, I can tell you something.
He has a shoot interview, I think, with, I don't know if it's Feinstein. I forget. But it's on
He just
YouTube.
had one with Hannibal, right?
It might be Hannibal.
I was there. I was in the room during that interview.
He's wearing the baseball cap?
The Wrestling with Savage baseball cap, right?
No, dude, this is like years ago.
Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, on that day, he wore the Wrestling with Savage baseball cap. It's funny.
I guess what I'm trying to say is if you want to get some research on Marty and hear some of his stories from the past, maybe some that he's forgotten, give that a look. Go on to YouTube and just watch some of those shoot interviews with him. That way you have
Dude, he has a phenomenal memory. He be calling shit out from like
but
specific pay-per-view events.
I'm saying for you to feed him.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Just it's like preparation.
Feeding him isn't even hard though. All you have to do is have a roster in front of you. You name one
True.
guy,
but there's certain things that happen in his career though that you want to touch on.
Oh, 100%. There's a million things to touch on, man. I mean, you realize what the Dark Side of the Ring episode's even focusing on, right?
Actually, a lot of that's going to be on there. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what they're featuring, right? Do you know what their feature is for Dark Side of the Ring?
Without you telling me, all I've heard is that it's the most controversial of all the and there is a reason why it's going on last.
All right, so you don't know what the reason is, though, right?
I do not.
Okay, so I'm going to end the show.
surprised.
I'm going to end the show right now. We're not even going to play the trailer. We're just going to say goodbye to you. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
And stick around, Tom. I'm going to blow your fucking brain off right now.
Okay.
Everybody have a good night. Watch Travis tomorrow. Impact Live. James.